Hi, I'm Jennifer, and I'm here with the FHS podcast for today. I'm delighted to be joined by Taghrid AlSaeed, who is with Miral. And Miral are part of the group of companies hosting FHS. We're taking FHS for the first time to Abu Dhabi and Yas Island, which we're very excited about. So I wanted to invite Taghrid to join me today to tell us a little bit about Yas Island and the unique proposition that it offers. So, first of all, tell us a bit about Yas Island and what makes it so special.
Yas Island is the entertainment hub in Abu Dhabi. What makes it special is actually the variety of attractions in Yas. I would say starting from the accessibility, accommodation, unique experience. Um, so it's only like 8 minutes away from Abu Dhabi International Airport.
Which is
So the
great for
convenience.
organizing an event. Amazing.
Exactly. So it's convenient in terms of accessibility.
Mhm.
Also, the attraction is like 5 minutes away from one another. For example, Warner Brothers to Ferrari World to Sea World. It's just 5 minutes away from each attraction. So this is a key, I would say, value proposition to Yas Island.
And so, tell me a little bit about the attractions that you do have there, because you have also recently had the exciting opening of SeaWorld, in addition to Ferrari World and Warner Brothers World, which were there previously.
We're proud of SeaWorld because the way it is developed is an integrated approach. So it's a research, rehabilitation, and rescue center in addition to the theme park, all integrated together, which make
Wow.
it very interesting from different perspective. From, let's say, even from the business audience, it has a facility where there is meeting rooms. There is also auditorium that can be used. There's a workshop area. So it's also accommodated to, with a direct access. So you don't have to roam around across the whole theme park to reach to these facilities. That is much more aligned with the business audience.
See, that's really interesting because what everyone's looking for today is experience. So creating something that is, taking people out of a hotel ballroom and putting them in SeaWorld, for example, for a meeting or for kind of an incentives tour or conference is such a great idea. I think that it's that type of experiential element that Yas Island really lends itself to. So that's one of the things that we're looking at exploring with FHS is taking people out of, as fabulous as it is, the Hilton, taking them out of there, getting them to experience hopefully Cafe Del Mar, some of the restaurants, and that idea of connecting to people and learning in different environments. I think is really important these days for events. And
Exactly.
and tell me, you guys also still are developing the island, I believe. So, as a hospitality investor, which a lot of our audience members are, what's the proposition? What makes it something that we should look at as a hospitality investment destination?
For Yas Island, we position it as the business leisure destination.
Mhm.
And this is our actually unique proposition. So yes, there is like venues for business, like the ballrooms in the hotel, but also the large indoor facilities like in Warner Brothers or Ferrari or SeaWorld is also can be used for gala dinners, for example. So if there's a business group coming, and we have a lot of interesting examples how this space are utilized
Mhm.
for the business groups. Also, the whole integrated experience. So yes, there is like Etihad Arena, which accommodate up to 18,000.
Which is a fabulous facility, by the way. I recently was actually a guest of Miral at Guns N' Roses there, and it was a fabulous experience because a lot of the times you go to these concerts and the infrastructure is not working or it's not set up very well, but you guys have done a great job with it.
Yes, and actually it is done for multi-purpose. So if you look at Etihad Arena alone, we have done Olympic swimming pool inside the arena. We
Oh, you
did
did?
the NBA, UFC, Monster Jam, so Disney on Ice. So you can just imagine, just use your imagination. What kind of events do you want, and we can make it happen in Etihad Arena.
See, that I think is really the key that a lot of venues don't get right is the flexibility. because I think that is really crucial. If you have a venue which is flexible, that people can use their imaginations and can be used in a whole range of different ways, it makes such a difference. And let me ask you, in terms of the hotel proposition that you have on the island, how many hotels is it that you guys already have there?
We're operating currently at three hotels. One is the Warner Brothers Hotel, which is the first themed Warner Brothers hotel in the world, which is a walking distance to the Warner Brothers theme park. Also, there is the Double Tree, which is set for long stay. And also, there is the Hilton Yas Bay, which is a walking distance to the Etihad Arena. So these are the three primary hotels. But Miral, as a destination management company, we didn't only look through the hotels we operate. Also, we look across the entire destination. So you have the W Hotel, and we're very neutral when it comes to the business groups. We show them all options, and then we tailor according to their need. So there's also starting from the 3-star hotel up to the 5-star hotel. It depends on, and each group has their own different requirements.
Exactly. And that I think is really great, because I know with us, we're selling packages that are at the different price points. So you've got the Doubletree as well as the Hilton, which means it's more flexible for people's budgets.
Yeah,
So,
and the Plaza hotels and the W hotels in the high end.
yes. So I think that's something that makes a big difference if you're looking at bringing an audience in from overseas, is having those different price points. And let me ask you, as I know that you guys have some amazing F&B on the island as well. So as that whole Yas Bay area has been really activated, it seems, by the local community as well as incoming kind of tourists and groups. Can you tell us a little bit about Yas Bay? Because I think what you've created there is something quite unique.
Yeah, it's an integrated experience. So from the hotel, Hilton Hotel, it's just again a walking distance to the Yas Bay. A really nice water feature, I would say, with top dining restaurants across the Yas Bay. You name one of them, which is Cafe Del Mar. But also we have activated the water taxi connected from Al-Raha to the Yas Bay. And when we activated this, actually the community have used it in different. So there is the tourist who used it as a way of leisure to roam around in the water, but also as a public transportation to connect people from Al-Raha to the Yas Bay with the variety of restaurants and a walking distance as well.
See, I think the hub that you've created there is really nice because, as you said, you've got a variety of restaurants. So you've got some kind of local cafes with homegrown concepts and coffee shops, and then you've got kind of very high-end concepts as well, and the internationals such as Cafe Del Mar and the team behind Buddha Bar. So it's a very nice hub that we're looking at showcasing as well through our culinary tours during the conference. And I think really, I mean, for a business or like for someone organizing a business conference, what would your general kind of, how do you work with them? Do you guys provide support, or is it mainly through the hotels? But do they work with your team in terms of looking at delivering the event and how they can access these different kind of areas?
In Miral, we work like the connector. So we connect the business audience with everything they need, from catering to transportation to venues, experience, attractions. We align with all stakeholders in the island to make sure that we deliver a top quality service. And we make sure that it's a seamless experience to the business groups, whether from a hospitality sector to infrastructural sector, and we're very, very flexible. So yes, you mentioned all the current restaurants in, for example, in Yas Bay, but we also have we set up a temporary also experience during seasons. So you have also we added extra shops and F&B to enhance the experience in specific seasons, like the winter season or the spring season, or even special occasions like Ramadan or Eid. So we make sure that it's added. We had business events that are combined with consumer events who wanted, for example, fireworks.
Right.
So we we make sure that this experience is seamless. So they didn't need to interact with any other entity. We're like the one-stop shop in one location for the business groups.
Amazing. So you guys really are providing a full service kind of support for any events coming in. So so in terms of hospitality investors who are coming into Yas Island, then they really also have that support, knowing that you're going to work to bring in groups and support them in terms of business groups and events. So that's an amazing kind of offering that you guys have there. Are you looking to develop more hotels on the island?
There is some studies currently because the demand is just growing day by day in Yas, especially with the more attractions and also the higher demands that we've been receiving. For business groups, actually, when we launch, because we have done like a strategic agreement with DCT, specifically with the Abu Dhabi Convention and Exhibition Bureau, and I would say the demand was beyond expectation in terms of business groups from different sectors, from different markets. So this is why there is a clear need on or a growth plan for to increase the number of hotels and hotel rooms in Yas Island. Definitely,
And
the need is already
the need is there.
defined.
It's identified. It's yeah. So that's interesting to know. And let me ask you finally, and we haven't really touched on leisure. So leisure, obviously, it must be a huge driver for the island as well.
Of course, yes. And I would say that the new trend in business groups, they ask also for the ledger part. It's not just, and again, we give them all the offering in the island, which varies actually from group to group, and they decide what they want to do in terms of leisure. Is it through events or special rates for attractions, or maybe a customized setup on the waterfront? This is all things that we support the business groups. Also, the advantage of centralizing the request is not just to the convenience of the service, but also they will be eligible for the rebate, which is 7.5% that we give according to the. So if there is, this is why we centralize it. So based on the number of hotel rooms reserved and the number of expected spend on the island, there is a benefits that the business groups gets out of this.
So you've incentivized people to come to Yas, not just through making it convenient, but also through financial incentives as well.
Exactly.
So tell me, are you open for outside investors coming into Yas Island?
Of course, there's a lot of opportunities in Yas Island, and we're actually open for new concepts and new ideas, and also to since we have a growing demand in Yas Island, we are looking also for partners for hotels to build actually new hotels in the island, and also new attractions and concepts and entertainment concepts in Yas Island as well.
So given that you have all these business groups coming to the island, it seems that you'd have a really good sample of the future of business travel and what people are after and what they want from a business events perspective. What are you using in terms of kind of improving the offering or tweaking the offering moving forward?
We like to position, we usually, Miral is a data-driven organization. And this is also reflected in our identity. So we make sure that we capture all the feedback from the business groups and across other audience. And we make sure that we address this feedback scientifically and how is it reflected also in the development and design and development plan based on the latest technology in artificial intelligence and machine learning to make sure it is factored in the entire process from the ideation, design, and development and operation to make sure that we continue to grow and enhance the quality of experience.
Excellent. So you're really taking kind of industry feedback on board. So I imagine you have a lot of really key insights that can help people in terms of making decisions about business meetings, and you're kind of at the forefront of what people are looking for.
Exactly. From a macro level and a micro level. So we do it also in an industry research and also through the groups that are actually visiting the island.
Well, that sounds very exciting, and hopefully something that people can, I'm sure, will be able to learn more about at FHS in September. But also it sounds like Yas Island is just kind of at the beginning of its journey. And what we're seeing now is the start of developing into something even bigger, which is exciting.
Exactly.
Thank you so much for your time. It's been great.
Thank you. Thank you.